There are moments in life when we realize that words can no longer express what we truly feel. We once believed that speaking up was the only way to be understood, that it proved we were strong, intelligent, or right. But as we grow, we begin to understand. True strength is not found in what we say, but in what we choose not to say. Some things can only be spoken through silence. Silence is not weakness. It is self-control. The quiet courage to stay centered when everything around us demands a reaction. Not every argument deserves a response. Not every provocation needs a defense. Not every noise must be silenced by another noise. When we remain silent, we are not losing. We are simply refusing to be dragged into the chaos of emotion and ego. Silence is not avoidance. It is the deepest form of facing oneself. In silence, we hear the voice within, the one we often ignore amid the noise of the world. We hear our fears, our pain, our regrets, and our hidden desires. When there are no distractions, we finally meet the truth inside us. And only when we dare to face that truth can we begin to understand who we really are. Silence is the space where healing begins. Some wounds cannot be mended by words. They heal slowly in the calmness of quiet. When we are silent, we allow the heart to settle, to reflect, to release anger before it turns into regret. Words spoken in fury often become weapons, but thoughts nurtured in silence become wisdom. Some see silence as loneliness. In truth, it is the most profound connection to existence. In silence, we rediscover the beauty of presence, a person, a moment, a breath. When the mind is still, even the simplest things become sacred. The sound of the wind, the warmth of sunlight, the softness of a smile. We realize that happiness is not something to chase, but something that blooms quietly within. Silence is intelligence. The wise know when to speak and when to stay quiet. They understand that words can destroy or heal, that once spoken, they can never be taken back. So they choose silence not because they have nothing to say, but because they value peace more than being right. They listen, not to reply, but to understand. In this modern world, where everyone wants to be heard, silence has become rare, almost luxurious. Social media teaches us to talk more, to express more, yet to understand less. Everyone wants to prove their point, to be right, to be seen. But the more we try to prove, the less peace we have. In such a world, silence is not a retreat, it's wisdom. It's choosing not to lose yourself in the noise. Through silence, we see the world more clearly. We realize that those who talk the most are not always the ones who understand the most, and those who stay silent are not ignorant. Often the quiet ones are the keenest observers, listening to what is said and what is not. They don't need to win arguments because they already possess the calm of inner certainty. Silence is also an art of communication. A look, a smile, an unspoken understanding. These can say more than 1,000 words. Those who truly connect don't need to talk endlessly. Sometimes just being together in silence is enough. It's in those quiet spaces that trust grows, love deepens, and souls meet without sound. At times, silence protects others, when speaking would only wound. At other times, it protects ourselves, when the world does not deserve our energy. Knowing when to be silent and when to speak is the delicate balance between heart and reason. Silence teaches humility. It reminds us that we are not the center of the universe, that everyone carries their own story, and sometimes listening is more important than speaking. True listening happens not with the ears, but with the heart, where we hear another's pain, joy, and truth beyond words. In stillness, we learn patience. Silence isn't easy. It takes strength to hold back, to master the ego, to choose peace over reaction. But that restraint becomes our growth. It helps us see with clarity and respond with grace. We no longer rush to judge or fight. Instead, we remain calm, understanding that everything passes, everything changes, and peace is the truest victory. Silence doesn't weaken the voice. It gives it power. When a silent person finally speaks, their words carry weight. They don't speak to impress. They speak because it matters. That is the true power of silence. It gives meaning to every word that follows. Silence is also the birthplace of creativity. Many great ideas and discoveries were born in solitude. When the mind is free from noise, it becomes clear enough to see what others cannot. In the quiet, inspiration flows like a river, pure, deep, and boundless. There is a kind of silence called letting go. When you no longer need to prove anything, to fight for attention, or to cling to what's slipping away, you become silent. Not because you can't speak, but because you no longer need to. It's the silence of wisdom, of acceptance, of peace. And there is a kind of silence called faith. After you've done all you can, you stay silent and trust that life will unfold as it should. Talking doesn't make good things come faster. Silence allows the universe to move in its own time. Silence is the strength of those who love. Because true love doesn't need noise. It doesn't demand to be seen or praised. It lives quietly, steadily, and sincerely. When we love in silence, we love without fear, because love then becomes giving, not possession. In the end, silence is the greatest gift you can give yourself. In silence, you learn to return to yourself, to breathe, to slow down, to love without condition. You realize there's no rush, no competition, no need to shout for your worth. Everything is happening as it should. You just have to be present, aware, and at peace. Remember, silence is not emptiness. It contains everything. Within silence lies wisdom, compassion, strength, and the truest version of who you are. Once you understand the power of silence, you will no longer fear loneliness, misunderstanding, or loss. For when your soul is silent, you can finally hear the voice of life itself. And in that moment, you become stronger than ever before. Silence is not the absence of sound. It's the presence of strength, clarity, and truth. When you learn to embrace it, you'll find that the loudest victories often come from the quietest hearts.